Hello, I'm Simon Whistler, you're watching TopTenzNet, and in the video today we're looking at the top 10 terrible and dangerous internet crazes. Number 10. Pokémon Go, Landmines and Accidents.
At the time of writing, Pokémon Go is the biggest thing happening on the entire internet. It's so big, in fact, that reptilian creatures living on Mars can see it with the naked eye. An augmented reality game that allows players to track Pokémon across locations in the real world, it has been responsible for players getting more exercise, for Americans learning the metric system, and for endless horrific accidents and acts of obnoxiousness. Because Pokémon Go requires players to stare at their phones as they walk around places they've never been to before, the game has led to many people wandering into situations they really shouldn't be in. In America, for example, armed robbers have used the game's Pokestop feature to lure people into darkened alleys. If you're talking about other places, it's even worse. In Bosnia, players have been lured out into the middle of active minefields.
Number 9. #YOLO, car crashes and spoiled rich kids.
If a week is a long time in politics, in internet terms it's probably closer to Ice Ages. The YOLO craze only struck in 2012, but it already feels like it happened in another lifetime. An acronym for You Only Live Once, it was something people tweeted, usually with a selfie, just before doing something slightly odd or dangerous. That's not hyperbole. People were really doing some stupid stuff in the name of YOLO. A 21-year-old wannabe rapper named Irvin McInnes tweeted a shot of himself drunk driving at 120 miles per hour with the caption YOLO. In his case, he probably shouldn't have taken the acronym's meaning to heart. His dumb stunt caused him to lose control of the car and die in a fiery crash that killed 4 other people.
Number 8. Owling, the poor man's planking.
Planking was a short-lived craze from the UK which involved people taking pictures of themselves lying flat, like a plank of wood, in bizarre locations. Sure, it annoyed some people, but we really didn't have a problem with it. It was what came about next that made us slowly lose faith in the idea of a loving God. The creation of owling. Owling involved people squatting, hunched over on their feet, staring into the distance. Yes, like an owl. Gangs of smug 20-somethings would get together and do it in groups, post the photos to the internet, and a new craze was born. Or not, which is exactly why we hate it so much. Planking came out of people's natural desire to do something silly and put it online. Owling came out of people's natural desire to get mildly famous for starting an internet trend. It was just a bunch of hipsters riding the coattails of a genuine bottom-up craze.
Number 7. The duct tape challenge, terrifying head injuries.
Man, in our day, tying someone up with duct tape and daring them to escape used to be called kidnapping. Now apparently it's a challenge. Semantics aside, the duct tape challenge blew up in early 2016 on YouTube. To play, you just had to get your friends to wind as much duct tape around you as possible, then you had to try to escape. Simple, right? Sure, unless things happen to go badly wrong, leaving you with horrific brain injuries. 14-year-old Skylar Fish was the unlucky recipient of these injuries. Whilst doing the challenge, he slipped and fell. Since his arms were duct taped to his side, he couldn't break his fall. The sharp corner of a window ledge did it for him. Skylar's eye socket was crushed, blinding him in one eye. The teenager also suffered a brain aneurysm and required over 40 metal staples to be shot into his skull to essentially keep his brain from falling out.
Number 6. Gallon smashing, industrial-grade obnoxiousness and arrests.
Gallon smashing took troublemaking to Everest-like heights of obnoxiousness. A short-lived fad in 2013, it basically involved going to your local store, grabbing a container of milk and smashing it on the floor. That was it. Sometimes you might throw it into other produce and try to smash that as well. Others you might fall down into the smashed remnants of your dignity and beg passers-by to help you up. That's the prank element. But really, basically, you were just smashing stuff up and posting videos to the internet. The craze quickly petered out when everyone realized that the man isn't really cool with you smashing other people's property up.
Number 5. Coning, the prank that isn't a prank.
We're going to have to go right back to the dark ages for this one. Coning is an internet craze from the prehistoric era of 2011. It's also one of the dumbest pranks in history. Not because it's harmful, if anything, it's pleasingly restrained. No, coning was absurd because it was a prank that managed to not have any element of pranking to it whatsoever. The idea was pretty simple. You'd order an ice cream from a drive-thru place. When you got to the window and the bored guy behind the counter handed it over, you'd grab the ice cream and not the cone, at which point literally nothing would happen, not one thing. You'd take the cone the incorrect way and drive off. This isn't a prank, it isn't even a joke, it isn't even a vaguely humorous thought. It's holding an ice cream cone the incorrect way.
Number 4. The Kylie Jenner challenge, unavoidable grossness.
Imagine for a second that you are an imbecile. You see a picture of Kylie Jenner's brand new puffy lips circa 2015 and decide it'd be fun to temporarily give yourself a look like that. So you get a glass, put it over your lips and create a vacuum by sucking all of the air out. What do you think happens next? If you answered unbridled horror, congratulations, you're cleverer than all the lunatics who climbed on board this out-of-control bandwagon. Artificially puffing up your lips using dubious methods turns out to be very bad for your lips and looks in general. The luckiest got away with having horrendous, big, swollen, painful lips that made them look like monsters for a short period of time. The unluckiest had blood vessels explode, their lips tear open and blood spray out, and an unavoidable trip to the plastic surgeon.
Number 3. The Harlem Shake, a manufactured viral hit.
In 2012, Gangnam Style became the biggest thing in the history of the internet. Psy's silly dance caught on to such a degree that the official video racked up 2.6 billion views on YouTube. You could literally make a video, upload it to YouTube, and force every single person in China to watch it twice at gunpoint, and still have fewer views than Gangnam Style. Fast forward a year and the world was looking for the next Gangnam Style, only there was nothing out there, so a bunch of PR guys got together and decided to cynically manufacture a viral hit that would make them rich. Like fools, everyone fell for it. The name of that faux viral hit? The Harlem Shake. In 2013, Quartz magazine published a damning analysis of how corporations manufactured the viral spread of the Harlem Shake to make money. It's a little complicated, but it basically involves a Warner Brothers subsidiary, Maker Studios, borrowing somebody's idea and using their PR machine to get everyone on Earth watching it.
Number 2. The Condom Challenge, repeated risk of suffocation.
In the hazy, halcyon days of 2013, some teens decided to outdo all previous challenges by daring one another to snort a condom. You read that right. Against everything Mother Nature had ever intended for us to experience, those who did the challenge sniffed a condom up one nostril and pulled the long, horrible bit of rubbery grossness out of their mouths. That no one suffocated is kind of amazing.
Number 1. Twerking, cultural appropriation, and way too much Miley Cyrus.
Twerking is a move born in the dance halls of Jamaica and the cities of West Africa. It's a highly sexualized dance with a complex history and a whole load of cultural baggage. People have been arguing for decades whether it's sexy, misogynistic, empowering, disgusting, or just plain fun. Then 2013 rolled around and suddenly all anyone could discuss was Miley Cyrus's backside and Robin Thicke's stupid song. Twerking became an internet-powered craze after Cyrus rubbed her rump against Thicke's stump during a TV performance of Blurred Lines. Aside from giving every single person on Earth who saw it lasting nightmares that will never cease to haunt the darkest regions of their psyches, it instantly robbed twerking of any semblance of cool and made it the least hip thing you could possibly do.
So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give us a thumbs up below if you did. And also, if you like this video, why not check out some of our other videos that are over there on the right. One is the top 10 shamings of the internet that ruins people's lives. And below that, we've got the top 10 viral pictures and internet memes. So be sure to check both of those out. Be sure to thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you for watching.